It's spooky season! Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. And I've got a special guest with me again today. You right there, darling? Don't fall off. You're okay, I got you. But yes, it is now spooky season. I'm gonna have a dog annoying me the entire time. It is now spooky season, so for my first video of spooky season, I wonder how many times I'll say that. I am going to show you my complete horror movie collection. So this is basically everything I own that I either know is horror or I feel like it is horror film. So we'll go through it fairly quickly because I've got a lot to get through. I'll give my thoughts on my absolute favourites, but other than that, I'll just leave it be. So it's all in random order, so it's Blu-rays, DVDs, steelbooks and all that. So let's just get straight into it. So the first one I'm going to show you is Grave Encounters. A very weird film, but for me it's a really good horror film. If you like found footage, this is definitely one I recommend. I did have Grave Encounters too, but I don't know where that's gone. Next up we have Prom Night. This is the remake of the original. Valentine, which I feel like is very underrated because I thought this was actually quite a good slasher film. But yeah, you can watch this both at Halloween or on Valentine's Day because obviously the title is Valentine and it happens during Valentine's Day. Next one is Countdown. I haven't seen Countdown, so I can't really give you much on that one. Next one is the Resident Evil franchise. So this has Resident Evil, and then it has Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter. I have done a ranking of these, so go and check it out on my channel. Ready or Not. I absolutely love this film. This film, when me and my mum watched it, we just loved it. And the fact that the directors of this film are going to be doing Scream 5 makes me more hopeful for it. Next one is a VHS style Blu-ray of An American Werewolf in London. This will pop up again at some point, not sure where in my collection. But yes, this is a classic werewolf movie. Next two I'll do together because it is the Blair Witch. So you got the first one and then the remake slash reboot slash sequel. I'm not sure on that one. I do not own Blair Witch 2 for the simple fact of, one, I did own it and then get rid of it because I was like, ugh, don't like it, so why should I keep it? But then I've now got to a point where I'm a completionist, so I'm going to have to pick it up, even though I really don't want to. Next one, we're ignoring all those because it is Shaun of the Dead. Gotta love a bit of Shaun of the Dead. Next one is Blumhouse Horror Collection. So this has 10 films in it. So this has The Purge, Ouija, The Boy Next Door, Unfriended, The Visit, Split, Get Out, Happy Death Day, Truth or Dare, and Ma. Now I haven't seen The Purge, Ouija, Get Out, Happy Death Day, or Truth or Dare, so there's some good ones in here that I need to watch. And then yet again, An American Werewolf from London, but this is the Arrow release, which is pretty cool. Next one is Anna and the Apocalypse. This is such a weird zombie musical. If you want something weird and you like musicals, definitely one I recommend. There's one song in there that's for some reason really catchy for me. But yeah, it's a weird film, but I enjoy it. Next one is the Alfred Hitchcock Collection. So this has Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds. I have only watched Psycho. I haven't watched the rest yet, so I need to get around to watching those. Next one is the Arrow release of Candyman. I have seen this, I haven't seen the rest, and Candyman will pop up again as a steelbook at some point in this video. So that's one pile, on to pile number 2. So, go to together. Ooh. So I have the original Halloween and the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. I do have the most recent Halloween as well, but I don't know where that is in the pile. But yes, so I have these two. I have done an original versus remake on these just recently, so I'll put a link for that in the description down below. But yeah, go check that out, because I'll let you know my thoughts on both the original and the remake now that I've actually watched the original. Next one is The Shining. I haven't watched Dr. Sleep yet. My mum has it, I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But I do love The Shining, it's a classic. Next one is 13 Ghosts. I have only watched this year and it's actually really good. It's a very weird ghost film, but I definitely recommend this. It's a remake of the absolute classic. I haven't seen it, it's a really old film. But, oh yeah, 1960 horror film was the original. But, yeah, this is definitely one I recommend, especially if you like Matthew Lillard and you want to see him in something other than a comedy role. Then the next lot I'll do together because it is my Scream collection. So of course I have the original trilogy, so Scream 1, 2 and 3. And then I have Scream 4. But then I also have this one. Now the reason why I have this one is because at the bottom, as you can see, I don't know if you can read it, it's got 2 documentaries in there about the film. So I was like, I need the documentaries, and you can't get the documentaries separate, you can only get them in this. Hence why I have another set of the first 3. Next lot I'll do together as well because it is my Saw collection. So I have all 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have all Saw 7 movies in this one. Then I have Jigsaw. And then of course I have the most recent one, which is Spiral. From the Book of Saw, that's the rest of the title. But yes, so I have all of the Saw franchises. I was planning to do a ranking this year for them, but I never got around to doing it. Maybe I'll get around to doing it next year. Next one is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have not seen this, and I will be doing a review for this on Monday. So obviously keep an eye out for that. And I haven't seen this, so I hope it's good. Next one is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. The other Friday the 13th set is somewhere in here. I don't know where. But yes, I am doing a ranking this month of the Friday the 13th films because I've never seen them apart from the original first one and the remake. So I look forward to watching all of these. Next one is Sorority Row. I have only watched 10 minutes of this, never finished it. So I thought, for £1, why not? Next one is The Grudge. I have not seen The Grudge. Don't know if it's any good, but I do plan on reviewing it for this month. And then of course the first Halloween of the most recent one. I haven't watched this, but I plan on watching this before I go and see Halloween Kills in the cinema this year. Next one is a recent purchase, and that is the Universal's Monsters collection. So this has Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera and Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have never seen any of these, so I look forward to watching these as well. Next one is The Fly. This is another one I haven't seen, but I look forward to watching these. That one. That's the Jeff Goldblum one, that's the remake. And then I have a triple feature here, so this is Friday the 13th remake, Nightmare on Elm Street remake, and Freddy vs. Jason. So obviously I'm doing Friday the 13th ranking, and I'm also doing Nightmare on Elm Street, so I needed this complete my collection. And then we're on to the final pile. So we're now on to A Nightmare on Elm Street. So this has all 7 nightmares. So this has got everything in it. So it's got Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, Dream Warriors, The Dream Master, The Dream Child, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I absolutely love this collection. Next two are Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. Like I didn't say this at the beginning, but I'll say it now. Some of these are horror comedies, so these are ones that I probably watch for a good laugh and for a horror, but wouldn't watch in sort of like front of kids and that. Next one is the Candyman Steelbook. Like I said, it was going to come back. Then I have It Chapter 2 on Steelbook. And Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, on Steelbook. So that's the case there. Next one is Escape Room. I really wanted to get this before I went to go and see Escape Room 2, but I never got around to seeing Escape Room 2, so I still need to watch the second one. Then the next lot I'll do together as well, because it's the Child Play franchise. So I've got the complete collection, which has Child's Play 1, 2 and 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, but then I also have the Child's Play remake. Then the next one is Freaky. Now I managed to get this as I think it's like a German import off eBay, because I really wanted to see this in the cinema. It was supposed to come out last year and I missed it. But yeah, so I got that, and this is a really good film. Then of course I have the 8 movie collection Friday the 13th. So this has first one, that has part 2, part 3, the final chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, The New Blood, and Jason Takes Manhattan. And then we have A Quiet Place part 1 and 2. Finally got around to watching this. Honestly, this is such a good film. I have done a review for it, so go and check that out. But these are very suspenseful horror films, and I definitely recommend watching these during Halloween. And then the next two, if I can get them on, next three, sorry, if I can get them unstuck, is I've got Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3, and Paranormal Activity Ghost Dimensions. I do still need to get the rest. Not sure when I'm going to get them, but I will get them. Next three I'll do together as well. So the next three, we have It, the original, then we have It, the remake, and then It Chapter 2. So I plan on doing an original versus remake for this, I believe at the end of the month. But yeah, I look forward to doing that, especially since I haven't watched this one in full, especially since it's 3 hours long. And then to finish off the collection, I have I Know What You Did Last Summer, the trilogy. Now I have seen the first two, but I've not seen the third one. I'm dreading watching the third one because apparently the third one sucks. But yes, so that is my complete horror movie collection. Now what I'm going to do as well, at the end of every video, I'm going to recommend films for you guys to watch. Now obviously during the month of Halloween there's 31 days, so I'm going to recommend 31 horror films and 31 Halloween / family friendly movies to watch, because obviously I know some people are not into horror, so I'd love to give you sort of like the more spooky season side of films as well. So for the horror film, I'm going to recommend, obviously it's the first day of the month, so I have to recommend my absolute favourite movie of all time in the horror franchises, and that is Scream. I definitely recommend watching Scream. It is such a classic. It revitalised the horror genre in the 90s. It's a Wes Craven classic. And of course with Scream 5 coming out next year, I definitely recommend getting to watching that. But then for the family friendly one, I'm also going to suggest my absolute favourite one that I watch every Halloween, and that is Hocus Pocus. If you have not seen Hocus Pocus, I definitely recommend it. It's a cute family film. It's hilarious. You've got Sarah Jessica Parker and there's some other actresses in there as well. But it's definitely a funny film, definitely family friendly, definitely Halloween themed. And say I have to watch it every Halloween. If I don't, it feels wrong. It don't feel right. But yeah, so they're the two films I recommend for today. So obviously stick around to the end of each video to see what ones I recommend next. But yeah, so I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel and you enjoyed the video, just hit that little subscribe button at the bottom there. And also click the notification bell to be notified when I post. And also leave me a comment down below what your favourite horror movie is of all time. Or if there's any horror movies you recommend to add to my collection. I love talking to you guys about movies, and then when you talk to me about them as well, it just makes me feel even better. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next spooky video. I'll see you then. Bye!